EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. But you look at this Patriots defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Nix looking to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That is incomplete. Well, they tried to take the shot there, but the defense, they read that double pass all the way, and now you've got 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now they'll audible to something else. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Nix. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Nix to the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. But you look at this Bronco defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 33, here's second down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. This defense for the Broncos, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Third and 4. And now they'll shift things around. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 17-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll look to throw here. They'll rifle one complete to Streets. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Now they'll change things up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time he is in. Yes. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Harris running straight ahead, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw is Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, here's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it with the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Nix. Harris has it over the middle. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 9 from the 44. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd down and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Denver has the first down, to play going for 15 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
But now an audible here into something else.
Here's Harris.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
This is Harris. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
Flush to his right. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Up the middle they go. Streets. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll run on 1st down. Streets. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Streets.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 52 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They go play action here on first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. On first down, Streets. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That's out to the left and complete. So no gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Up the middle they go. Streets. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now it's Nix. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dawson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Up the middle they go. Streets. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now working free down the field. That's Pope. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 19-yard line. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
An audible here to get a new look.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Now they'll audible to something else. Back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it,
You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now